Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
We are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we're truly excited today. One, because we got to win, and it's always exciting to get a win, no matter how you get the win, right? I think that needs to be in the forefront, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that. But with that being said, let me introduce the guys here today, because there are some things to talk about. I think, as one writer put it, I was reading, they said we have more questions than we have answers after this game. And I thought that was an interesting way of putting it. And I think that may be true, but I guess we shall see.
I never heard that before.
Right? Was it Edgar Allan Poe wrote that?
People will say that, but in our attempt to be original, we become shallow. So I appreciate, sometimes using things that's already been out there. But anyway,
Cliche, got you.
Shout out to our guy Mike D. Mike, what's up with you today, man?
I think is, once again, I don't know how it look on Facebook, but me preach on one side in the red and the homers on the other side in the blue. And I think people are here to see what we gotta say today. Preach. I think more people will agree with us than agree with Matt and Rad, but we'll see.
Oh man.
Damn. I listened to the radio today. A lot of the callers were not happy. So.
Now we're homers. You guys were fans 2 weeks ago. Now we're homers. Benedict Arnold's on one side and true blue boys on the other.
I think. Well, we know my position.
We just call ourselves fans, bro. That's it. That's all we are.
and that's fine. But I mean, I made my position clear since we started this podcast. But shout out to our guy Matt, aka Optimistic Matt. Matt, what's up with you today, man?
So much, man. Just happy to come home with a win last night. It would have been very, very disappointing to leave that game with a loss. For sure.
Man, disappointment not been a word, man. That might have been depression right there. But you see him right there sporting. Is that a Diggs jersey, right?
Cook, baby. We in the kitchen.
We really gotta talk about that.
We in the kitchen, man. Definitely.
Shout out to Rad. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, bro. Ready to pod, man. Let's talk. Wales 4-2. Let's get it.
Since we talking about that, I do like my quick question today. But before we do that, shout out to OverdueBillsPod.com. One word, OverdueBillsPod.com, and we need you to go there and get your Overdue Bills gear. Shout out to all the t-shirts we have, all the crew necks, all the hoodies. Listen, please go there now, or hit us up on our social media sites at Overdue Bills Pod, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those amazing things. You can inbox us, DM us. We will get back to you in a timely fashion. But please go get your merch. Shout out to the Buffalo fan base. We definitely appreciate them and the connection that we have. We want you to go like, share, rate, and review, subscribe. Please do all those amazing things so we can get this content out to the people. So do it right now. With that being said, let's get into the show. I know everybody will be falling in as we speak, but we start every show with the quick question of the day. And I want to ask this because we brought this up. Some people call us Benedict Arnold. Some people call us realist. Some people call y'all Homer. Some people call y'all delusional. I don't know who's calling the names out there. But I do want to ask this question because yesterday was a nail biter, right? Plus 14, or rather minus 14 spread. We were supposed to win. Sites. Yeah, we were supposed to win by huge numbers, and it was a nail biter. It came down to the wire. So my question is, and looking at all the games in totality, I want to ask Rad this first. Because I'm very interested to hear your answer on this. What should the Buffalo Bills record be?
What should our record be?
What should our record be? And looking at all the games in totality, if you want to answer this in the comments, you can answer this by simply putting the record that you think it should be. But through these games, these 6 games, what do you think our record should be?
I say this. I don't think we played a team that's better than us. I say that. I start there. I think we were the better team, and
Brad started early
and everything.
Oh my god.
So I would say I'm cool with our record. We lost games, right? I have my biggest gripe is that Jacksonville game in London, because I just didn't think our home game, what they did, we got the short end of the stick. Yeah. I think if that's a home game, we win that game. I think we better than Jacksonville. And I think Josh had the worst game of his career, game 1. But I can't take that away. So I think our record is right. We 4-2. But I do think that we were the better team in all the games.
Interesting. Matt, what do you think our record should be? We are 4-2 right now. Through these 6 games, do you think our record should be, higher or lower? Shout out to E. Griff on YouTube. Shout out to everybody in YouTube comments as well. He's saying 5-1. Josh threw away the Jets game. Jags just have our number. So, Matt, do you feel the same way? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Like I'm going to piggyback on Rad. I think we were the best team in every game that we played this year. So, if you ask me, we should be 6-0.
Wow.
Josh having a terrible start to the season in that Jets game, and then we just couldn't get it going until too late against Jacksonville, and they are our kryptonite. I don't think McDermott's beat them in his career, and he just got to get over that hump at some point in his career.
Interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so Matt is saying 6-0. Rad is saying, we're better than every team that we played. Shout out to E. Griff 5-1. If you're in the comments right now, Facebook, Twitter, all those things, please put it in the comments right now what you think our record should be. So, Mike, they call us Benedict Arnolds. They call us, so many things. What should the Buffalo Bills record be?
Hey, what's the saying? They say they spat on Jesus. So I'm fine with what they're gonna say about me. But so I'm gonna split it up in two ways. The Bills defense to be 6-0. The Bills offense to be 3-3.
Wow.
And the Bills are lucky to be 4-2 right now.
Interesting.
Lucky?
I'm assuming you're talking about yesterday's game, or no?
100%. Yeah, the Bills.
Okay.
You score 14 points, you don't deserve to win many NFL games.
Interesting. Okay. We definitely gonna get to that. We definitely gonna get into the game. We definitely about to recap the game. And for me, I believe that everybody would know what I'm about to say. I think the record should be 4-2 because we're 4-2. Right. I'm one of those people. You are, what your record says you are, right? Like
another cliche. Okay.
Well, we
on the clock. We on the clock. That's two.
Listen, that's fine.
That's fine. I'm just letting you know. I'm just trying to keep a track. That's all I'm doing.
That's fine. I'm just being honest. Like we're 4-2, and that's what it is. Like that. And to be honest, to be completely honest, out of these 6 games, I do see a 4-2 team. Right. And let me ask this question, right? Because we could transition from that quick question. And I want everybody in the comments to seriously answer this question, right? And this is somewhat of a narrative street. I like to be on narrative street because I want to float this out there to us Bills fans because, we do have a lot of homers. We love the Bills. So obviously, we're going to inflate them just naturally. It naturally happens between your team. So I want to ask this question because 2-3 weeks ago, we were the top of the, league. Number 1 team talked about putting up so many points against the Miami Dolphins, so on and so forth. So let me ask you this question. It doesn't have to be a long answer, and I'm going to go to Matt first. Matt, who is the best team in the NFL?
Right now, after yesterday, I'm still saying it's us. You know what I mean? The both undefeated teams went down. The Eagles, they were they're fool's gold, as you would say. I think the Niners, obviously they lost 2 big weapons on offense, but their defense is still elite, and they lost to a backup quarterback, a guy who was playing in the XFL last year. So and then Miami is obviously I think they're the most dangerous team behind us. They went down 14 early, and then I think they scored 42 unanswered in that game. So I still think it's us, though.
If I'm hearing you correct, Matt, you believe that the Buffalo Bills is the best team in the NFL.
I do.
and you believe that Miami is behind the Buffalo Bills.
I do. Because
Okay.
we beat them. Until they beat us, then I,
No, I just want you to hear the question. I am speaking of the NFL as a whole,
NFL
not
as a
just.
whole. Yep.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. I just want to hear that. All right. So you heard it first. That's why we call him Optimistic Matt. Shout out to the comments. Shout out to YouTube comments. I see a Lions in there. Listen, who is the best team in the
what
NFL?
Up, though? What up,
yes. So Mike, who is the best team in the NFL? I was gonna say AFC, but we have Super Bowl aspirations, right? We don't have AFC championship aspirations. We have Super Bowl aspirations. So, Mike, with injuries, right? With injuries, because we are an injured team. Who is the best team in the NFL?
So in the rundown, you did have the AFC, and I have my answer.
I did.
But now that I'm thinking about it, the answer for the AFC is the same for the NFL, and it's the Kansas City Chiefs. I know we can say like, oh, they don't look great and blah blah blah. The last not AFC team to win a Super Bowl was the New England Patriots with Tom Brady. So he's been dominating the AFC since 2019, even 2018. He was in the AFC game, and they won. They've been to the last 3 out of 4 Super Bowls, and they won 2 of them. So until someone else told me that it's not Kansas City, it's definitely Kansas City.
I appreciate that. It's a lot of hate in the comments, but listen, I want us to be real, right? Like we gotta be real as Bills fans, because this team is not a team we can just throw conjecture out there. We have to be honest about this team. So I'm gonna go to Rad, all-purpose Rad. Rad, who's the best team in the NFL?
I would say for me, the best team in the NFL, I will go San Fran. I like San Fran. And then I think I will say the Bills is second, and then I'll put the Chiefs third.
Interesting. Okay.
No love for the Eagles on here, man.
Yeah, no, quiet for them. But for me,
they could be 4.
Yeah, for me, I would say I do like San Fran, but I'm with Mike. Until I see the Chiefs fall, like I just don't like doing that. Until you unseat them, then it is what it is. I think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football, period.
But what your eyes telling you right now?
I don't care. My eyes tell me that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in football.
Is they telling you they're the best
my
team?
eyes is telling me that generally when you have a generational quarterback who is probably going to be either the best.
No, I'm asking you is your eyes telling you that KFC is the best team? That's
I'm trying to explain that to you.
Not talk about the quarterback.
My eyes is telling me that when you have the best quarterback to ever touch a football, not named Tom Brady, I will always name you as the best team. That's what my eyes tell me. I don't know what your eyes tell you.
Their defense looking elite now.
And we're going to get to that because they probably going to get another player because I don't know if Brandon Beane is asleep at the wheel, but that remains to be seen. But let's talk about this game that we had yesterday, right? I like to do narrative streak just to throw it out there to check everybody's temperature. But we had a game 14-9, excuse me. Oh my God.
Yeah, score got me.
It was a long night. I don't know what time Matt got home. I got home real late. But so I thought the crowd was good just to get preliminaries out there. I thought the crowd was good. But the game was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So with that being said, let me ask my first question to all Bills fans out there. And I want us to be honest in the comments. I want y'all to be honest on this podcast. Mike, did Brian Dable give us this win? Did he gift it to us? I'll be honest. Did Brian Dable get? I'm just being honest. The first half, even though they say that it was Tyrod Taylor's fault, Tyrod Taylor might have gifted us because what they did, they should have went up at least 9, no matter what. Right in the first half. The last couple plays, even throwing a jump ball, 50-50 ball to Darren Waller, I thought that was stupid. They could have ran the ball. They probably would have got it. So, my question is, do you think that Brian Dable, who is a beloved son of Buffalo, he's a beloved son of Western New York, he loves us. We saw him walking off with Josh Allen, probably whispering in his ear, I love you, boy. You know what I'm saying? I hope you win the whole thing. So I'm asking you, Mike, do you think that the Giants gifted us the win yesterday?
No, absolutely not. I don't think nothing would have been better than Dable coming back here, right? He won Coach of the Year last year. Then I come and beat McDermott. Probably somebody I was under. I think a revenge game that would have been great for him. Same thing with Tyrod. I text Naz earlier in the day. I'm like, bro, what's the chances that Tyrod have a Gino? They wrote me off, but I ain't right back. Game. And he ended up winning. It almost happened, but no, I think both of them wanted to win. But I think when you're a bad team, right, you find ways to lose. And the Giants is a bad team. And if you watch any of their games, you can say, "Oh, they gifted this, they gifted that." They're just a bad team, and you can lose a lot of games in the football in the NFL when you are terrible.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, Brian Dable, I don't necessarily see him doing like a lot of these blunders. So I'm mad. I think I know what you're gonna say. A lot of people disagreeing with me in the comments. I'm not saying that he did or he didn't. I'm just asking the question. I want to know: do you think Brian Dable gave us the game?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you had I think he drew up a good play call in that first and one. I mean, well, let's take a step back. Obviously, Saquon was eating, so give him a chance. But the time was a factor in that too. So you got 1-on-1 with Darren Waller. He usually wins those 75% of the time. So I don't know if I would say he gave it to us, but there was some definitely mismanagement.
Not according to my fantasy. Not according to my fantasy team, he didn't win those that much. Yeah. I wish he did.
Yeah.
I wish he did.
No, I don't think he gave us that game. I think he wanted that game more than anyone on the schedule this year, to be honest with you.
Interesting. Rad, how do you feel about it?
No, I think we're gonna get into it. I think Ken Dorsey tried to gift them the game.
Wow.
I can foreshadow here. You can foreshadow here. I can set up the next segment, but I think Ken Dorsey tried to get a game away for sure. But no, I don't think. I think they both wanted to come in here and win. The game script went exactly the way the Giants will ever want it. They knew they wasn't going to be able to score, so keep it low, field goals, no turnovers, run the ball, game clock management, and they got it to the last possession to win the game. So it went exactly the way they both thought he had a chance to win it. And shout out to Teron Johnson.
Giants lost by 1 yard. That's all, right? One untimed down for the win. You take that all day if you're the Giants.
All day.
Let's listen. We're gonna get into Dorsey, right? Because I want to hear y'all's opinion on what y'all think Dorsey is doing wrong. Because I don't think that I have the same answer. But before we do that, listen, this is a pro Bills show. We love the Bills here. So the first thing we need to do is start with love, right? Let's start with love. So 2 highlight plays or 1 highlight, but you don't have to give 2 if you don't want to.
It's gonna be higher in this game.
It's gonna be very high. So if you have 1 highlight play that you want to bring to the forefront, that you want us to, know that you want us to talk about, put it in the comments so we can talk, or we can at least mention it. But I'm gonna go to Matt first. Matt, do you have a highlight play from yesterday that you want to single out? Right.
I'll make it a 2-parter. I guess it was a very dangerous throw by Josh, but a very great play by Quentin Morris in that game-winning touchdown. He threw that joint. He threaded. I guess he threaded the needle. He threw it into a pretty packed coverage there. I think it was first or second down too. So that was like a little. You take a deep breath, like and then he caught it. So it's like, all right, the game-winning touchdown was definitely the highlight. Because there wasn't much to play off of.
Okay, Rad, do you have a highlight play?
Yeah, the Teron Johnson non-call PI at the end of the game. By any means necessary. Shout out to Teron Johnson. He they put, I don't know, he's probably the shortest D-back out there. They put him on Waller. I don't understand behind. Huh?
Who should they have put on?
I don't know. I'm just saying he was literally. It was a height game.
Somebody else.
He was the height game. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not obviously I'm not mad at it. He got it done. He figured it out. No catch. No call. We got it done. So shout out to Teron Johnson. Great defense. You got to figure out how to make it not look like PI in real time. He didn't. And I shout out to him.
Okay, Mike, what's your highlight play? And let me just do this. I see the shout out to E. Griff, the game-winning touchdown. Shout out to E. Griff again. Teron Johnson, his stick in 4th quarter. Ante said, shout out to our guy Millie. We're supposed to be buying you out. We're gonna talk about it later. Josh defending his front line in a brawl. That was funny. Okay. So Mike, what's your highlight play?
That's a good one.
Yeah, the brawl was crazy.
It's a brawl every game.
The
Cowboys and Chargers just is beefing.
They fighting right now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The league is getting crazy.
Yeah,
they
49ers, the Browns is beefing. It's just beefing, bro. I don't know what's going on.
They fight in the stands and on the field. It's wild.
I can see why the Browns would want to maybe get the game a little chippy. It'll help them out. But Cowboys, Chargers, y'all need to be doing that. But for me, 2 plays. I want to highlight Epinesa for sure. I'm sure if I get to this later, I wanted to see Epinesa on the field at the end of the game.
We definitely
versus somebody else, but we can get to that later.
Yeah, we gonna talk
and
about
then,
that.
I can't believe y'all. Listen. I ain't gonna let y'all talk. Bro. Y'all two can't even say his name.
Listen,
or anything like this.
Y'all
are wilding right now.
I was sitting next to my cousin. I said,
"Yo, down, bro.
I got a lot to say tomorrow, man." Listen.
AJ Epinesa on the field more. What you said, Mike?
No. We gonna get to it. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that in a second.
Listen, in key pass rush situations.
Wow,
that's what you want to say.
We gonna get to it.
Yesterday.
No, I'm just making sure. I'm just hearing you right. That's all I'm doing.
I know.
All right.
Listen, Epinesa been here for 3 years, 4 years. They're gonna time me did something. So don't start with that.
Right.
But my second play, start to Hardy. I've been here you go, Tim. I've been clamoring for more Hardy and to get on the field. And that was a similar play. More or less 12 personnel, get Dawson Knox out of here and get another wide receiver on the field. But Hardy, good orbit motion. He walked right in. I think if we would have gave Hardy that play versus what we gave to Shakir last week, and I mentioned this last week, I think Hardy gets in, and I think maybe that's one reason why Dorsey put him in that motion to let him get out there in space with his speed. And he just kind of walked in anyway. But if a defender was there, he might have made a miss. So shout out to those 2 plays.
For me, my highlight play is shout out to Benford on the 4th quarter knockdown. That was a great play, great number 1 corner play. So I definitely appreciate him. No, absolutely. Like I'm just being honest.
Easy to be a number 1 when Elam is the number 2 on the other side.
We're gonna get to that in a minute. But shout out to him. Shout out to him. I appreciate the play. But listen,
designated survivor.
We're burying the lead. I think we're burying the lead. That's crazy that he's the designated survivor. But I want to ask this question. I want to pose it this way. And I want to pose it in this way, right? Like, are we happy with the decision making, right? And we can deal with as far as defense, offense, special teams, coaching, or even GM. I want to give y'all the floor. I want to give y'all leeway. I want to give y'all running room in order to kind of, get your whatever your takes is. So if you're in the comments, you can put them in the comments right now. Are we happy with this decision? Right. And that could, whatever that means to you as it relates to the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to give you the floor and allow you to do that. Right. And for me, I do want to go first. Generally, I don't go first, but I do want to go first because I think this will kind of shape our discussion. And I want to talk about the offense. And my specific point is who's on the field, personnel. I fundamentally cannot understand when I'm watching the game in our first series, James Cook is not on the field. I look at the percentages and snaps, he's 49%, and Latavius Murray is 49%. Like, fundamentally, James Cook is it's not even fundamentally, he's a better running back than Latavius Murray. It's a fact. It's just like a legitimate fact. And I know he got 14 carries yesterday, but my point is this. We need our best players on the field, right? And I think that for me, how I look at it is this. If we have our best players on the field, play calling will be ostensibly better because you will not be calling plays for people who are doo-doo. Like, I'm just being honest about it. Like, if you have bad players on the field, generally bad plays will get called because it's a bad player. Dawson Knox, the fake on 3rd down. When we threw the ball to Dawson Knox, that was a perfect play call. There was nothing wrong with the play call. The issue is we had a bad player on the field. So it's going to be a bad play. When you have good players on the field, generally good plays happen. Can we all agree on that point?
We can agree.
All right. If you have bad players on the field, generally bad plays happen. So that's my issue and gripe with Ken Dorsey. I don't necessarily have an issue with the play calling per se. I have an issue with personnel because I think personnel dictates the play calling. Just like Mike said with Hardy. When Hardy was in the game, he ran that little sweet play. I didn't see that all game. I mean, all season. It was a nice play. Generally, good things happen when you have players like that. But that's my issue. I think personnel is just awful. And I'm just going to stick with the offense. The offensive personnel, we have to figure that out. I'm sick of seeing like 16 linemen in the game. Like, we got to stop doing that. But Matt, how do you feel? Well, as far as decision making, are you happy with everything, or do you have something to talk about?
No, yeah, I mean, I think we can do a little bit less 12 personnel. I know we got Kincaid, and they were looking at doing a lot of 2 tight end sets and doing that 12 personnel. But I think we can see a little bit less of that if we're still going to run the ball at the same clip that we were last year. You know what I mean? It's not like our runs have run volume has increased. I think our run efficiency has increased a little bit more, but we can definitely get out of that a little bit more and get some more players in there. But go ahead.
Let me ask you this question. Since you said less 12 personnel, is Dawson Knox like doo-doo? Like, do we consider him like not a good football player?
It's a chance he won't be on the team next year. I think that's
wow.
Right. Yeah, especially with his contract.
Wow.
It's a real good chance.
I see that coming.
Yeah, it's a real good chance.
Quentin Morris is very good. I mean, not very good, but I mean he's good in his place. If but that contract is definitely working against him. He's gonna have to do some reworking in the offseason for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take a serious pay cut or he's gone.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna be gone anyway. I mean, at this point, he's not offering nothing that Kincaid can do. Kincaid can do everything, and he's cheaper.
Can I ask this question though? Dawson Knox's wrist was hurting, right?
Sure.
No, I don't know. That was on the injury report or something, right? Like that was his injury.
Yeah,
correct.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I didn't understand why at the end of the game, when the game was on the line, we called the play for the guy who wrist was hurting, and his job is to catch the ball.
Even with that though, Josh definitely could have made a better pass on that. I mean, he was
on a run. He threw the ball, right? I mean,
how many times has he made that pass on the run? You know, on the money.
I agree.
I'm not bailing him out for that one.
Are you saying that Dawson Knox shouldn't have caught the pass?
I think he could have caught the pass, but I'm not putting that solely. I mean, it's a tough catch for anybody. On
Knox should have caught the pass.
He literally had the ball like this.
Matt, I agree. Preach, I hear you, but I agree with Matt because what's more important? Rad just said Dawson Knox going to be off the team next year, so I don't care if Knox catch the pass or not. But if Josh's going to be here for the next 10 years, I need him to make that pass. Now, whoever is going to be there probably will catch the pass, so we can just keep moving on, and it won't become a big deal. But I need Josh to make that pass.
100%. I mean, in a game where the defense bailed us out time and time again, you go ahead and Josh has to give them a little help back with his performance and ice that game. That puts the game away. Doesn't even put them on the field no more. But we got to close. Got to close, man.
So Rad, I'm gonna go to Rad. As far as decision making, do you have any gripes with what the Bills are doing?
Yeah, I thought Ken Dorsey's it was. We all knew that the Giants was going to be offensively challenged all around, but we knew touchdowns was not coming from Tyrod and company. It was going to be very tough. So the constant 3 and outs, the constant keep on pulling the ball in the air, was not having methodical drives, just getting down the field, scoring, 2 to 3 touchdowns was going to get the job done. We all knew that.
So
everybody knew that coming to the game. I'm blaming Ken Dorsey. I'm
play calling.
It's play calling. I don't know if James Cook was on punishment. It's not college. I don't know if he missed curfew and he couldn't start the game. I don't know what that was. Right? That's just nonsense. When he got the ball, he hit he had explosive plays. Period. You know what I mean? We was force feeding Diggs a little early. I get that, but the obvious answer was we could have ran the ball more, get the ball out of Josh hand quicker, quick screens, yards after the catch. Those type of plays early on, just methodical plays to drive it down the field and score points. They was not scoring the ball, but we kept going 3 and out. We kept trying to put the ball in the air. We kept trying to do things. And then the second half, he adjusted. The second half, it was just, he realized what he should have done in the first half. They not scoring. They can't score. They doing field goals. They only scoring our mishaps, our turnovers, and we should have longer methodical drives against this team that cannot This is not a put your foot on the gas pedal type of game. It's not that. It wasn't on that. We should have known that in the first 2 drives. The first 2 drives should have showed you that. Like, to keep going and doing it is crazy to me. It's just crazy. The play calling was terrible in the first half, and he switched it around in the second half.
What did he switch to though? Like,
we ran the ball definitely more in the second half, and Josh got the ball in his hands quicker in the second half. It was quicker. It was just a quicker decision. He was running longer routes, trying to hit deeper passes to Diggs and Gabe early on. That's what we kept doing. We was missing 3 and out. We was missing them.
That's why I'm pushing back on it, because I think that was more so on Josh Allen, not more so on Ken Dorsey. Like, in every offense, there's always checkdowns. It's not like checkdowns wasn't there. I don't think Josh was throwing the ball to checkdown.
But why are we not running the ball? But why are we not running the ball to James Cook? Listen. Ken Dorsey not having James Cook in the game, that was the dumbest thing in the world. What are we doing?
I don't have an excuse for that, and I'm not giving him an excuse for that. But what I'm saying is, I thought in the first half that he's making those decisions to go deep, and furthermore, he threw the. This is my issue.
We all know what Josh gonna do if you give him an opportunity to go deep.
I mean, but y'all consider him he's the best quarterback in the world. So I mean, he has the liberty to do that. That's not Ken Dorsey. That's who he is. My issue is this. Is personnel with Ken Dorsey. That's why I said personnel, because at the end of the day, Dawson Knox, you just said he's about to get cut. That means he's doodle. He's trash. Gabe Davis is a 4th right receiver. We got to be honest about that. At some point, we just have to be honest. Like, he's not good. And y'all
didn't talk about Gabe Davis in 4 weeks. In the first bad game, he be a 4-5 receiver.
No, I've always talked about Gabe Davis.
I have not brought his name up in 4 weeks.
Because he's never done anything.
2A, 2B.
Oh my God! I mean, he said a 4-5 receiver. Y'all haven't brought his name up in 4 weeks. He have a bad game now.
Is Gabe Davis a good receiver to you?
Yeah.
You need to reevaluate what you think about receivers. Mike, what's your gripes? Mike, what decision making?
Gabe like a 2A, 2B. So,
3C.
So it's two. So it's 2 parts to here, right? You know, I'm all about strategy. So I didn't like that we didn't go for 2, and we just kicked the field goal. But besides that,
Tyler Bass. You getting him?
Oh no.
Oh, Tyler Bass. He needs his butt wood.
It was windy. It was windy. It's not the Bass. Bass
was not windy.
That was his first missed field goal all season.
He missed 2
from 50.
That was his first one.
Am I supposed to?
He missed 2 from 50.
Like if I don't, you said that to say what, Rad? I'm paying you millions of dollars. Make the field goal. Like.
No, for sure. No, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Bass missed, but no, Bass typically doesn't miss. He beat AFC, especially the team's player of the week all the time. So shout out to Bass. But in terms of personnel, I think I might have been wrong. I might have been wrong when I talked about this is maybe the best Bills offense on paper, because I think we talked about Kincaid. I was expecting a lot more there. I don't know if it's his fault, but nothing's going on. Dawson Knox is just a tight end, right? You see, Quentin Morris come in and make plays. But the slot receivers, I think we thought our slot receivers were better. But I mean, when has Sherfield ever done anything in the league? When has Hardy ever done anything in the league? Right? These are players with speed and players that can do things. But I think that we are still looking for that Cole Beasley slot person. And we're not getting that production. We haven't got Cole Beasley production from anybody. I think Gabe does need another wide receiver to go along with him. So it's not all on him. Gabe is not really a volume guy, but Gabe is a big play guy. So you're looking for Gabe to get 10 catches. I don't think that's going to be him. He's going to be 6 catches or maybe 4 catches, for 100 yards.
And that's almost every number 2 receiver in the league.
Yeah. So, but a lot of people have a decent third receiver in the slot that can get you something. And right now we aren't getting anything from James Cook might be our third receiver after that.
And that's on par though. That's on par, right? You got, and it's the best team. Sanford got Debo, Ayuk, McCaffrey, obviously, and Kittle is hit and miss. Kittle goes 0.
Ayuk, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Talking about 2. He talked about 2 receivers in the third.
Yeah. But AJ Brown, Devontae Smith.
But I'm saying they don't every week. Devontae Smith have had a good game.
That's not the point. That's not the point. I know he can. I don't know what. Listen,
right, Sam,
this is my issue. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest about this. Listen. We're gonna move on. we're gonna move on to we're gonna name the player of the week. The Rad Juice player of the week is in a second. But like I'm sick of this like Gabe Davis thing. Like he's a blah receiver. Like he's nothing special about him.
I
He's
don't think we pay him.
No, hell no. We let him walk immediately, like run away. But that being said, let's move to another segment. Let's talk about the game in detail. And we're gonna name our Rad Juice player of the week, right? You got the juice segment. This is the player we want to highlight to say that he had the best game yesterday, or he did something in the game that kind of led us to a win, or he was bad, and you just want to highlight that. We could do that. That's fine too. So shout out to everybody in the comments. Please let us know who your Rad Juice player of the week is, and Rad, let us know who is the sponsor of this segment.
All right, this segment is brought to you by Rad Juice. Real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Rad Juice is here and crafted by young entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. Why go rad? It's a real fruit adventure. Experience nature's finest in every sip. Pure and clean, no artificial additives, just pure refreshments. Triple the delight. Explore 3 exciting flavors: peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Rad Juice at 3 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood. Crenshaw Chicken and Waffles, located at 37 Chandler Street. And our newest location, Sweet Cheeks Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle Ave. Elevate your refreshment game with Rad Juice, created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today.
Mike, who is your Rad Juice player of the week?
It gotta be Diggs. Last week came up here. I think I gave him the Rad Juice player of the week. Last week,
best player.
Well, Josh may be our best player, but I gotta say it last week. I think Diggs is our most consistent player, and once again, Diggs is the heartbeat of the team. We go as he goes. Mills was texting us like, "Oh, targeting Diggs is not working." I don't know. It looked fine to me, even when they're double teaming him. He was Dorian Williams. I'm not mad at that Mills, but like I said, Diggs was he was always open. I think we need to target him more. It's better than giving him the ball to anybody else. So until we figure out what's going on behind him, Gabe been balling. Shout out to Gabe. But if it's not Diggs, then throw it to Diggs. I don't care.
Interesting. Matt, who is your Rad Juice player of the week?
I think Teron Johnson. I mean, he had 15 tackles in the slot, and he had that, you can call it some people will call it a PI.
Great defense.
Great defense at the end of the game. He showed up and made some really big plays on defense. So I'm going to go to Teron Johnson. Huge day.
Yeah, I'm going to double back on that, Matt. I think it's Teron Johnson. I think he made the play of the game. The end of the game. That was the play. That was literally the play of the game. If he allowed them around to score, it's over. So I think Teron Johnson, he played good. He's the unsung hero. He's the one that's always there. He's making plays all the time. He's probably the most healthy in the secondary the last few years. So that's my guy, Teron Johnson. So I'll definitely give him the Rad Juice player of the game.
And people always forget about him too for some reason.
Always. He always on the field too. It's not like he's not on the field. He always on the field. What is honorable mention to Terrell Bernard? You might have said that, but honorable mention.
Yeah, shout out to also to Dorian Williams. I think he has a promising career, but for me, it's I want to go the opposite way. Ed Oliver. I thought Ed Oliver had one of the worst games I've ever seen in his career. He didn't do anything. He never made a big play. I don't even know. I don't think Ed Oliver recorded a tackle yesterday, and I thought that was just lackluster at best. And I think that he needs to really look internally and see what he wants to do with his life. Right? If he wants to be great, you gotta play great. I'm just being honest.
Is this the worst game? Is this the worst game? Is this his worst game of the season?
I think it's one of the worst game of his career.
Worst game of his career.
Yeah, like it was terrible. He was getting pushed around. Every time I seen Ed Oliver, he was going the opposite way of the play. And he made a blunder, a penalty. He did not get a tackle.
That's crazy.
You looked it up, right?
Yeah, I don't see Ed name not even on here. Did he play?
Like that's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't see him or number 40 on here.
Like Ed was in, like he was in the game. He played 87% of the snaps. He did not record a tackle.
Yeah, but he having his best season that he had.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like when y'all do that. Why can't I be honest about somebody? You had a bad game. I just want to highlight that.
No, you didn't say that. You said he had the worst game, and he need to reevaluate what he's doing with his life.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Moving
so you acted like you say he had a bad game. You said more.
Yo. This is what I hate. This is what I hate. Oh, what have you done for me lately? That's all I ask. Y'all keep talking about what you did yesteryear. I'm talking about what you did yesterday. He had a terrible game. He needs to reevaluate if he wants to be great or not. Greatness is not because you had a couple games. Greatness is consistency. That means every time you out there, you're doing something that makes our team win. He doesn't do that.
The defense had,
but he's not Aaron Donald. Yeah,
the defense had 9 points.
All right, bro. Yes, the defense.
He's a part of it. He's a part of that.
Mike.
He's actually a major part of it this year.
Did Ed Oliver record a stat yesterday?
No, him or number 40 is not on his list.
Thank you. So thank you. All right. Moving right along here. Like this, y'all kills me when y'all do this every time, yo. It's crazy. So let's have.
You the one who do something every time.
Y'all be doing it.
You killing this man for no reason.
No, it's just like
you have to wait. The crazy thing is that you have to wait 6 weeks to kill him. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, right.
So,
you have to wait 6 weeks, and you ain't even gonna say nothing about that. It's been 6 weeks.
You've definitely been waiting in the wind.
You've been waiting, chilling. You've been chilling, waiting to kill him.
I gave Ed Oliver props.
Almost 2 months.
I gave Ed Oliver his props when his props is due. I just said that he needs to reevaluate himself. Listen,
you know, he is doing his best to try to be Jerry Hughes right now and take all these terrible penalties.
For sure. But let's have
Tim,
a real
I didn't even say his name, Tim. I did number 40 to be respectful.
Yes. I'm trying to. I don't want to get on him yet. But let's have a real conversation. Before we get to the this Patriots game, let's have a real conversation, y'all. Let's have a real conversation. Because I was talking to my cousin sitting, watching the game. I'm just throwing this out there to have a real conversation. And I've been talking about this in our group chat. I think that the Bills, as far as Brandon Beaton is concerned, right? We have Super Bowl aspirations, correct? And I'm going to just throw this out there as one of the moves, and I'm going to let y'all go. I don't know if y'all have a move that we need to make, or y'all don't think that we need to make a move. But for me, I think that a savvy team goes out and gets a Frank Clark so you can block another team from getting him, right? I think savvy teams do that. And that's just something that we can do. And I think he's still serviceable. He's not a bad player. And Mike just talked about number 40, what he's doing, what he's not doing. And less is not more in this case. I think depth is amazing. Let's just have as much depth as we possibly can. But that's just one of the moves that I want to throw out there. Rad, do you think there's a move that we can make that can make our team better? Or do you think that we're fine just where we are? And if you're in the comments and you think we can make a move, tell us right now.
That's not an obvious move. I say we should make that. I understand the Frank Clark thing, but he has to want to come here too. It's two sides to that street.
Well, he's
not like somebody who can trade for is different. He's a free agent. He can go right back to the Chiefs, somebody familiar. He can go anywhere he wants. Where he lived, where he grew up from. So that matters. So that matters definitely with a free agent. But it's not an obvious move. We can make right now. I know, the Broncos are a fire sale with a Cortland Sutton, a Jerry Jeudy type players. If you want to add an offensive side on that end, that's something that I think that Brandon Beaton definitely probably talked to the Broncos about one, if not both of those players, just to see where is that. I definitely think he's calling around for quarterbacks, because what we got out there is not good. Elam is not good. He's not good,
But y'all just said that they only had 9 points. He's a part of the defense.
Yeah, but he's not good.
Okay.
And every time, he hadn't had a good game at all since he haven't had a good play. He's he's literally just out there. He always running, chasing somebody, and they catch the ball. This is Tyrod Taylor and Slayton, right? So I'm happy that we got Miami before the injuries happened, because this iteration of our cornerbacks would get torched. It would just get torched because Elam is a lick. Edom is a lick.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Matt, do you have a move that we could make, or you think we're good as presently constituted?
No, I mean I'm okay with bringing in another cornerback. Josh Norman's not the answer for me. So if we make a flash trade, that would be what I would go for sure.
Interesting.
And then, if we bring in another wide receiver and that from a team that's in a fire sale that wants to get some capital for next year, definitely I'm okay with that too.
Yo, okay, let me answer this because E Griff, you've been coming at me all.
Shout out to E Griff.
Shout out to E Griff in the YouTube comments. Definitely, we appreciate you, bro. But I do understand the argument, but I think that as I'm reading your comments, you're a homer too. Homers. I'm just being honest.
Calling a Bills fan on the Bills show a homer is kind of wild.
Listen, you're a homer too.
I ain't even gonna hold you, Preach, but that's kind of wild.
Let me explain myself because maybe you don't understand my argument. What I mean by homer is sometimes y'all get delusional, bro. Like I'm a realist. I love the Bills. I'm a diehard fan, but I am a realist. I speak real facts. I speak real issues about the Bills. As it relates to Von Miller, as it relates to Ed Oliver. Like, I just call it like I see it. If Ed Oliver has a bad game, he needs to reevaluate himself, right? I'm just being honest, and I appreciate you, my G. But if Von Miller is not playing great, then Von Miller probably should not be on the field. I just want to play the best players at the right time. That's all I want to do. But I will say this about Von Miller. Von Miller cannot get stronger if he does not get the reps. So I do think he needs the reps, though. I will say that. That's not bad coaching because he needs the reps. But, Mike, what would you say?
This is going to be funny because I wouldn't have said this until yesterday because, I was going against Jerb, shout out to Jerb. And so I'm watching the Sunday Ticket. I'm like, no, Jerb got Adam Thielen. I'm like, let me see what's going on over there. And boy, was he cooking in that slot. I was like, oh, this is who the Bills needed to go get. Not Hardy, not Sherfield, not D-Hop.
That's right.
D-Hop would have been nice. But going to get like an Adam Thielen, that would have been a nice, savvy move. Put him in the slot. Diggs, get him back with Diggs, Thielen, and Gabe, and Knox and Kincaid. Way we do that tight end. That is a legit trio right there, wide receivers. So that would have been nice. I don't think we can go get Thielen. I'm just saying that. So, but with that, I really don't want Judy. Steve Smith called him a jag, so I'm good there. And in defense, I'm you know how I feel about defense. I'll let you guys talk about that, but I don't think we need to go trade for nobody right now.
Interesting. I'm surprised. Let me just throw this out there, and then we're gonna get. I don't really think we need keys to success against the Patriots. I think we should blow out the Patriots. They suck. I know. I obviously know we just had a hard game against the terrible Giants, but it is what it is. Let me just ask this real quick because nobody brought up linebacker. So we like the combo of Terrell Bernard and Dorian Williams. Like we're okay with it. Like we can move forward with that. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so. And then you got Spectre coming back off IR. That's gonna have some rotation in there.
Dotson. Yeah.
Yo, Matt always do that.
It's
true.
It's
true.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't know why.
The emergence
of
Bernard. The emergence of Bernard showing that he can hold it down, and I think Williams at the least you can expect him to make tackles. He's gonna be there. He's gonna be around. He's gonna be like he's not gonna be Milano. Obviously, he probably not the smarts of Milano yet. But as far as the athlete of Milano, he's up there with being the athlete of the Milano. So you got to take that.
All right, I'm not gonna go that far, but okay.
No, but what?
You don't see him out there, bro?
Terrell Bernard is not the athlete of Matt Milano, bro.
No, the athlete, the smarts and the how to play different. The feel for the game is different. Talk about the athlete of it.
Oh, Bernard nice.
No, I mean, but I like Bernard. I'm just saying he's not Matt Milano. That's all I said.
Nobody's saying
he's not Matt Milano. He's the athlete of Matt Milano. Bro,
I'm not saying that either, nigga.
Bro, he looked like a safety out there. I think he was safety for.
I am not saying that.
Game.
Okay.
He is fast. He like a 4-4.
I never said that he.
You ain't reception against the Washington
for the 30th time. I love Terrell Bernard. I think he's a good player. I just said he's not the athlete of Matt Milano. That's all I said. But so let's do this. Let's do this because I don't think we have to spend a long time on the Patriots. I think they're a bad team. I think we should beat bad teams. So with that being said, I think we can fast forward. I know the Monday night game is on. Matt, can you talk about the contest? Let's talk about the contest.
Yeah, we had the contest this week, the score prediction, and as expected, I don't think anybody had it being such a low scoring affair. So nobody got the correct score prediction contest. So and then nobody was spot on with either Gabe Davis's receiving yards and Josh Allen's passing yards. Everybody went really high. Josh finished with 169 passing yards. Gabe finished with, I believe, 21 receiving yards. So the winner was the closest to Josh Allen's passing yards. It was Mindy Augustine. So shout out to you. I believe she got 227, which was on the lowest side.
327?
227.
Oh, 220. I was going to say.
Yeah. So, yeah, we are going to run the contest again this week for the Bills against the New England Patriots game. You're going to predict the correct score, and then you are going to predict Josh Allen's passing yards, and then we're going to go to the rushing game right now. We're going to go with James Cook's rushing yards as the other
spicy.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Matt, what do they win? If they win the contest, what do they win?
They win a Overdue Bills t-shirt. So shout out to the merch. Go get your merch. Be on the lookout. There might be a sale coming this week. It's hoodie season. We may have something new in the works too, so definitely be on the lookout for that.
Listen,
a Overdue Bills t-shirt if you win the contest.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Shout out to Overdue Bills, OverdueBillsPod.com, one word, OverdueBillsPod.com, one word. Please go there. You can get all your merch needs and all those amazing things. Listen, Griff, man, we here every Monday at 7:30. So, man, please listen, come back on. No, we definitely appreciate you. Listen, we always want to be
stats. He
definitely coming with the stats. But
is he?
Yeah, I'm a slough and tough guy. I look at the field. You might be X's and O's. I'm Jim and Joe's. But shout out to you though. But
was that his fourth cliche?
Listen. This
on the road.
Shout out to
Sam must have read a fortune cookie before he came on or something.
This they are exactly who we thought they are.
This how we're gonna do this to end the show. I want everybody to put their score predictions in the comments right now. Put your score predictions in the comments right now. But Matt, I want your score predictions, but also tell me why the Bills is going to do that, right? Just give me a little, tease on why the Bills are going to do that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think the Bills are going to win 31-10 this week. On the road, Foxborough. I don't believe in Mac Jones or anything they got going on offense over there. So I think our defense is going to have another good day, and I think our offense is going to figure it out and put up some points this week.
Okay. Mike, what's your score prediction and why?
Josh, he does. He typically plays well against Miami and New England. I know the one win game, he didn't play great, but Belichick does take away your number one option, and so I can see him trying to take away Diggs and have Gabe and the rest of the folks beat them. But it's so hard to take away Diggs right now. Him and Josh is in another level. So I do think it's going to be closer than people think. I think I have the Bills 27. We get 27? No, we each trash right now. I think the Bills get 21. I think New England get 13.
Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Tim, 27-10. E-Grip, 27-10. Shout out Josh Coast. I think Josh just had a birthday. 37-13. Shout out to our guy Josh Coaster. And I think he changed his score to 34-10 because I think it's Gonzalez, the defensive back of the Patriots. He's out. I think Matthew Judon is not playing. They're hurt. They're banged up. So Mike is saying, wow, 21-13. So Rad, how do you feel about it and why?
I think it's our offense. I don't know how we're gonna play. I think it's in New England, so our offense on the road haven't been the greatest. I think the Patriots still have a good defense. They do go have a great defensive scheme. I think we're gonna get to Mac Jones. We're gonna turn him over. So I got us 28-13. 28-13, but I think our offense still, I don't know if our offense still going to put it all together. I think maybe our defense get a touchdown or something like that. Our offense still need to mature and figure out. Ken Dorsey need to figure out, what's his bread and butter? What is he good at as a play caller? We got to see.
Yeah, what's our identity?
For me, like the Patriots, they don't have a pass rush. I think that Bill Belichick, I don't know where he's at in his mind. I mean, they suck. They're gonna try to keep the game close, but I like it 33-9. I think that Josh is gonna get off. I think that Ken Dorsey, he is hearing some pause. He's definitely hearing some things right now, and I think that he's gonna have like maybe 2 or 3 design runs for Josh. You know, to kind of melt the ice out there. Just
get out of here.
That ain't the play. That ain't what we talking about. Just give it to Cook. Yo, Cook is a good running back, bro. Do we all when he get the ball, do he not hit the hole? Pause and like
you
is he watching the same? Ain't he a good running back?
Mm-hmm. But
Josh,
remember when Cook was getting Cook? I think Cook is good enough to get 18.
Josh is a better runner than James Cook. That's a fact.
My God, bro.
Josh is a better runner than James Cook.
I think James Cook is good enough to get 20 touches, bro. I don't understand why he's not good enough to get 20 touches.
I didn't say that
number
James
one. Cook should be our number 2. Use him.
But I'm not denying that James Cook is not a good player. I'm just saying that Josh Allen is better. That's all I'm saying.
Better.
Yes, he is better. He is a better runner. Like design runs with Josh Allen is just as tantamount as design runs with Lamar Jackson. We saw it. Like that's not even a secret. That is a fact. Josh Allen's he's not one of the best running quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah. But he's not Lamar Jackson.
What I'm saying is Josh Allen is a better runner at his position and James Cook is a runner at his position. That's a fact.
But that's not
all
what
right.
he's saying.
So shout out to everybody in the comments. Because I don't even know what we're talking about.
But I don't think more. I mean, Josh running the ball is fine, but that we don't need to go to that. That's not something we just gonna just
I said
go
2 or
to
3
mid-season.
design runs. I didn't say do 7 of them. I just said 2 or 3, just to keep the defense honest.
Wait, how many have we done this year?
We haven't done any of them. That's my.
No, he did. He did like 2 or 3. He did like 2 or 3.
We could do it. We could do a read option. Why not?
Josh not even scrambling as much, bro.
He's not. That's why we need to do it.
They got to his head, bro. They said stop running, and now he is not running no more.
Silly stuff.
Our best play used to be Josh Allen running.
Yes,
that's in the goal line.
Crazy.
That's in the red zone.
Yeah,
that was another thing. In the goal line,
over.
or 3rd and 1. Like, what are we doing?
Not until we play Cincinnati. Not until we play Kansas City.
Eric McGeaney said this. You see a lot of good young running quarterbacks. You don't see a lot of good old running quarterbacks. That's what he said.
I saw Tom Brady on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 get the first down.
And that's
all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Get the first down. That's a design run. Get the first down. That is a design run.
I agree, Preach, but
a quarterback sneak is a design run. That's all I'm saying. We haven't done it.
He did one against I think Miami. I think he had a design run against Miami.
All right.
Washington. I think Washington a couple runs.
Or maybe it's Washington. It was one of those things. Washington. It was Washington.
Yeah, it's over, bro. It's over, bro. That running, it's over. Not to the playoffs.
Shout out to everybody in the comments. We appreciate y'all. Definitely overduebillspod.com. Hit us up on that. Like, share, rate, and review, subscribe. We appreciate Buffalo fan base, all of you. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated.